Hello again, this is Dragon 4 coming at you, and blessed be to my little magical followers. Today I'm going to cover a tutorial on how to make a druid doll. Now a druid doll was traditionally a folded piece of fabric that looks like a figurine wearing a robe with a hood. And it was traditionally used that you would put, once you make the doll, you would put your soul energy into it, and then you would either hide the doll in a safe place or give it to someone to keep safe. And as long as it was kept safe from harm, you would be kept safe from harm. Now, I'm not going to go into how to put your soul energy into it because of the fact that that's complicated magic, and I'm just going to cut. That would take too long to cover. But I'm just going to go with the basic stuff here and how to actually fold the doll, make the doll, and I'll let you figure out how to put your soul energy into it if you want to, or you could use this same doll for other applications as well, for other uses in magic. So here's what you'll need to start. Okay, you'll need a piece of fabric, and a good size to work with is 16 by 16 square. So that's why I'm using a handkerchief. It's clean. You don't want to have snot or anything. You want a clean piece of fabric. You could use whatever fabric you want that would represent you in a good way, okay? I also recommend a folder clip. Makes your process a lot easier when you're working by yourself. Okay, and if you want to change the size, make it smaller, make it larger once you learn how to do this, that's up to you, and if you go for it. And again, you can use any fabric, you can color it if you want to, if you want to put magical symbols on it when it's done, that's fine. Now here's what you have to do. I'm going to put this in the holder, and then we'll get started here. Alright, you want to take your fabric, lay it flat out on the table, as flat as you can, smooth it out as best you can. Sorry about that, I'm having trouble with my cell phone holder here. And you want to smooth it out as best you can. Now, you want to turn it. I like to work with the fold lines going toward me. When it's brand new and crisp, it works a little easier when you work with the fold lines going towards you. If you have a fabric that doesn't have the fold lines like that, then that's all the better, and you don't have to do that. But okay, now you want to make a series of folds and smooth them out till you get to the center. Okay, and you're going to do this on both sides. So there's one fold, smooth it out, flatten it down. You make another fold, smooth it out. And you keep doing this until you get to the center. And they're only like, I guess that would be about a ½ inch folds. And the center doesn't have to be exactly, but you want it as close to the center as you can. I mean, if you want to take the precision to measure it out, then go for it, but it's not really necessary. What is necessary is trying to get it to lay flat. Almost to the center. I think that's maybe one more fold. And again, you don't have to be 100% precise on this. You can kind of just eyeball it a little bit here. Alright, so I've made a series of folds, and here's where where these clips come in handy. So you want to take it, put a clip on it temporarily, so it'll hold it in place, so it won't roll on you while you're folding the other side. And admittedly, once you get good at this, you can actually do it without having to use the clip. Like I can do it without the clip, but I'm showing you how with the clip, so it makes it a little easier for you guys and girls and beings. Okay, now you want to do this. Repeat the process on this side. And if you want to actually crease it with an iron, you can do that too. I don't find it necessary, but it is an option you can do. I find it works okay if you just fold it and then just kind of push it down with your hand. All right, almost there. Get it as close as possible to the center, so it almost touches. You may have a little bit of a gap, but that's okay. Now you'll have a strip that looks like that, okay, and you got your clip still on there. And if you want to clip it, move your clip down just a little bit. Again, this will help with doing the process, okay. So move your clip down a little bit, like almost below half. So it'll look like that. Now, take your piece, and you want to, you're just above halfway. So it's, let's say if you fold it over and there's half, and you're just above halfway on the point. You want to take it and pull it around and make a twist. So it goes like, put your finger in here like this and make a twist. So it's like this. So you'll have a piece that looks like this so far. Okay. Now, next, you want to take this and then spread it apart just a little bit. So you're holding this. This would be the head part. Okay, so you're holding it. Now you take this around like this. You separate it by just spreading it apart. Okay. And then, so you'll bring it around the body like this. Here's what I'm doing here. Okay, so you bring it around the body. And then, this is the tricky part. You may have to readjust your clip a little bit. And then you bring it down like that. And you're going to have, this is tricky. You're going to have to make a knot in it by taking the arms and folding it under itself like this. And it is tricky to get it through there. That's why I'm saying this is an ideal size. If you go smaller, it's going to be really hard to get through that section. Okay? Come on. Man. Almost got it. And if you want to get a pair of pliers or something to like pull it through, that's also a good idea. Okay, and once it's knotted, you won't need to clip anymore, so you can take that off. Now, you're not always going to have, you may have to experiment, you're not always going to get arms that are equal, in size, but, okay, now, here's what you'll end up with. You'll have, like in this case here, the arms came out really short, and they got long legs, but it's tricky to do the fold, but you'll have a piece that looks like this, okay? So, and then you want to just loosely spread the legs out a little bit, and then this would be the hood, and depending upon which way you fold the hood, you can fold it this way so it looks like it's wearing a hood with a cloak, so the cloak would be back here, or if you fold it backwards like this, then it looks like the straight head without the cloak, and depending upon which way you put it, you could also be wearing a dress, or it could be like a hooded with a dress. I like to go with the hood with the cloak version like that, or robe as you want to call it. Okay, and then make sure everything's tight. Now, if you want to decorate it, you could put your magical symbols on there, or you can make it look like yourself, maybe add hair to it, sew on some hair, or put buttons on it, or decorate it, whatever, but that's basically it. And now a little tip, if you want to get longer arms, and again this is a little tricky to do this because it's hard to get through that fold like that. For longer arms, bring it down on the body a little further toward the feet. So, and then pull the fabric. I'll show you here. You pull the fabric around like I did before, and then just bring it down through this knot. Make the knot by going around the body like I just showed you, and then you would just fluff out, turn the hood and fluff it out, and see, and then you get longer arms, and you want to just kind of make sure it's tight. Okay, so it's like that, and there's again the hood. The hood doesn't always come out as well as it should. It's a tricky fold to do, but here we go. That looks okay. And see, now like this one here is more like a female version, so it'd be the robe with wearing a skirt. See, it's because the legs are on the back side. Now, if you wanted to reverse that, all you'd have to do is put an extra twist in there before you make the knot, and then then it would be on the front side, so it looks like it's wearing a robe. So in this case, I'm going to just leave it like that, so it looks like it wears a skirt. And then it's got the hood, and again, you can reverse the hood if you want to, so it looks just like it doesn't have a hood. So that would be the head right there, you know. And again, you could reverse it. But that's how you make it. That's a basic druid doll. And then you would put however you want to put your soul energy into it, you could put that in there, or use it for other applications, like if you wanted to use it for other magic, you know, like if you needed a voodoo doll or whatever, or a doll for whatever you wanted, application you wanted to, or just as a cool collectible too, if you're not actually into magic. But that's it, and hope you enjoy it. It's the druid doll. Bye.